YouTube, welcome back to ONDGAS Show, and we're back with another video, guys, and we are back in Houston, Texas, and today is going to be a really special day just because we are going to present you my brand new 1968 race truck. Check it out.
I came a long way from lunch trays and eating rice. Yeah, phone ain't got no service, I'm on a PJ shooting dice. Went from $50 to my name to 50K a night. You wanna fuck with big sauce, baby, you can't be scared of heights. I wanna take you to the 60th floor and fuck you in a pink. Come here, baby. Move them bags for me, baby, I'll pay your rent. Tinted windows on the rentals, nothing less than 5%. These niggas ain't ballin', these niggas be on the beach. Man, bitches have niggas swimming with raw fish. Purple label collar, I'm covering green, bring the golf whip. Hit the wrist flick on the average, now she priceless. Keep me sharp, sharper than a butter knife on my ice pick. Breaking down a pound in the ground, bringing me down.
All right, guys, we got this 1968 race truck that we've been having for a while now, and we haven't had the chance to show you guys just yet. Now, what we're looking at here is a 1968 C-10, and it's pushing 3,500 horsepower, big block, Procharged, the whole 9 yards, zoomies. This is almost the same thing as we got on Moonshine. So everybody's been asking for Moonshine and Crackhead because everybody wants to see the racing content, and the racing content is coming up, guys. As you guys know, we only got one racetrack now, so it's kind of difficult for us, and I say it all the time, it's difficult for us to make it to the track when they open. Now, these guys don't open all the time, and when they do is on, sometimes it opens on the weekend, sometimes they open on during the week, and usually we go during the week because we do private testing. That's when we take crawfish. Now, that thing is pretty much ready to go. We just got to turn it up a little bit more. That truck works perfectly fine. We haven't had any issues with the motor, turbos, fuel, transmission, none of that. Everything's working 100. And the last time that we went to a track, it ran the best and the fastest number that it has ever been. And the most impressive thing is that we are only halfway through the boost. So the last time that we went, it was not, the truck got unaligned and it was pulling me to one side. So we're fixing that right now as we speak, because as soon as we have a day open at the track, we might be taking, but for sure, we're gonna be taking this badass truck. Now, it's a special truck just because, I don't know if I wanna tell you guys, but this is all fiberglass. It's a fiberglass body, so it actually weighs a little less than the original cab. Now, we got a little bit of frame in the front, stock frame rail in the front just for some classes, but everything else is tube chassis. Now, on Moonshine, we're running a full frame front to back with the cage and all the bars. On this one, we only have a stock piece of the frame in the front, and everything else is tube chassis. We are running a 4-link in the back, and this is a 2-wheel drive truck, so this is pretty much a radio truck, and this truck will only be racing on the track, and it's supposed to be running really fast, low force for sure. That's what that is the plan for this truck, and it's really loud. Let's talk about this crazy ass paint job. It's charcoal gray. This thing is so nice that it looks like a show truck, literally a show truck, C-10, but it's actually a race truck. This badass paint job, charcoal gray, smoked out black chrome wheels, zoomies. This truck is loud and crazy, and I can't wait to take it to the track. Big wheels in the back, 15 by 12s on a 275. Now, we might be doing a 315 on this one. I'm not too sure. Depends what Flacco wants to do. He said the truck was built on a 275. We're going to keep it on a 275. Now, can we do a 315 in the back? Of course we can. But we're going to try it out with the 275. Now, every guy that is racing on the class that we want to run this one, which is going to be the Outlaw and the truck stuff, everybody runs. Majority of the people are running a 315 just because it's a bigger tire, wider, so more traction. 275. It's a little not that wide, it's a smaller wheel, but the fastest cars on radio, they go on a 275. So we're gonna keep the 275. It actually looks really nice. One thing that this truck doesn't have is a wing, just because of the body style. I feel like this body style doesn't deserve a wing. I think it looks pretty cool like this. I mean, we're running a wing on pretty much everything that we got. Crawfish, Gangbang, Crackhead, Moonshine, the Cyclone, the Red Bull truck is gonna have a wing as well. This one, even though this one is the fastest one right now, this is gonna be the fastest one out of all these trucks, because of course we got the same power on this one, but this truck is a lot more heavier and it's a different class. It's 404. So this truck is fast in its own class, which is the 404. This truck is fast in its own class. Now, something like this will outrun these two together because, of course, it's a lot lighter and all you got to worry about is 2 wheels and the 2 wheels in the back. So on this one, it's a little bit more tricky. You got 4 tires. You got to make sure everything's aligned and stuff like that. I mean, not saying that this one doesn't require that stuff, but it's a little bit more complicated to make these things go fast. Now, they don't have to go that fast. They're going to hook and they're going to go and they're going to make up a good pass. But if this one's going to make a lick, it's going to beat everybody. Now, if this one spins, that's it. It's over. This one spins, spins, it keeps going forward. So you're gonna make it A to B. But if this one catches a good pass, that's it. It's leaving everybody behind. So I'm actually excited about that. We haven't been running two-wheel drive stuff in a while, and this is the truck that we're gonna be running right now. Now, I got a new engine for Crackhead from Texas Speed, and we are gonna be working on Crackhead this year. I'm gonna pull it out from the storage, and I wanna bring it out, maybe do a twin turbo deal, or maybe one big single turbo. I think it's a 427 LSR aluminum block, and that's what that came all the way from Texas Speed. So big shout out to them boys. And we're gonna be working on Crackhead this year for sure. But this one doesn't really have a wing, dual parachute, and everything. Like I said, everything is fiberglass on this truck, the whole bed. And it's so badass that it doesn't even look like it's fiberglass. Even the cab is fiberglass. And it's still stiff. The door, the coolest thing about this, has a window and it goes up and down. And we can't really do that on the Cyclone. You can't do that on Crawfish. You can't do that on none of the trucks. But this one, it even has its own nice door panel and everything. Pretty cool truck. It fits perfect for me. It's a smaller truck than the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? I got everything here. I got all the switch panels right here. Fire system, CO2, 3-speed. Now it doesn't have the chute over here. It has it in the bottom. So it's a little bit different. This one, you don't really have to bump. You just double bulb, hit the button, full gas, let go of the button, and you're out. On the turbo, you gotta hit the trans brake, give it all the gas, make sure you build boost, bump into the second light, wait for the second light to turn on, wait for the other guy to be ready. Boom, let go of the button, and come on, let's go. Make a 4-second pass. This is actually the nicest race truck that we got. So, pretty excited about that. Window goes down, dual parachute, lights, nice little roll pan in the back. I mean, this is really a really nice C-10 race truck. Now, 1968, 1967, they come with both windows. This one has the small window in the back. The other red one that Tito has, it's a 1968 as well, C-10, and it has the big window. This one was one of the first ones. So it's a small window in the back. At first, I really didn't like them, but after checking this one out, I think it doesn't look that bad. Or maybe because the truck is dark and you can't really tell that the window's small. I mean, you can tell that the window's small, but if it was white, you could see it more. But since it's the dark color, it kind of blends in and everything. Roll cage and everything is painted the same color as the truck. We usually paint the trucks one color and the cage a different color. In this case, everything is painted the same, which it makes sense because we usually paint the cages gray or black, and then we paint the truck whatever color. And since this one is gray, like we paint the front, like we paint the roll cage, well, it was only right to be matched the way it is right now. Wheels look really sick. Now, a set of chrome wheels will look really well as well, but if it's not black chrome, it's gunmetal. I'm not too sure. It looks pretty cool. Whatever it is, it's nice. A set of polished wheels will look also nice, but this style, this finish looks really well and matches the handles as well. The only thing that doesn't match is the zoomies. So the zoomies are screaming chrome, and that's why with some nice polished chrome wheels, it'll fit badass. Now, like I said, guys, this is a show truck right here. And today we're gonna be taking it with my boy Flaco. He's gonna be checking some stuff on it before we make it to the track. The trans brake doesn't work, so we're gonna be dropping it off over there. This truck has a nice handle right here in the bottom. It's actually a Corvette handle. You can't really see it unless you come on this side, but all you gotta do is pop it open like this. You get your nice assistant like Bud Light. You slide this thing out, and just like that, the hood is off. So right here we got this big block 540 with a big F3 Procharger making 3,500 horsepower. And as I said before, it has this piece of frame right here, and it runs a little bit under the cab, and then under the cab it stops, and then boom, full tube chassis all the way to the back. Now, the one on Moonshine, which we still have some storage, that one's a 540 Hemi with a F4. This was a 540 different brand with a F3. So it has a smaller supercharger. The other Hemi on the Moonshine should be making more horsepower than this one, but this setup right here should be going low fours, and we can't wait to take it to the track. Everything else is nice here. Like I said, two-wheel drive, fuel. We're running a different kind of system, which we might be taking off. We want to go with the Holly. I think Flaco is suggesting to go with the Holly, but of course you can still work on this one. This is pretty much a little bit more old school style, but either way, it works and it sounds really good. I wish I can start it, but since it's been really cold here in Houston, the battery is dead. We tried to charge it here a little bit. It just didn't want to turn on. But the good thing is that we got a trailer outside and it has a winch, and we're going to be pulling it off. So here it is, guys. 1968 C-10 race truck, making all the power, big block, big Procharger, real clean, the nicest race truck that I've had. Now, the other ones are nice, but this one is just pretty much show race. So you can go to a car show and it'll probably get a trophy, and they can still go to the track and get you a fast pass. So, Acosta, hit it with some cinematics.
Hey V, line them up.
All right, guys, check out this Chasty mask right here that we got coming up right now. There's the ONDGAS right here on top. You know what I'm saying? Got the little teardrop, but it's actually, is it on this side or this side? It's on this side. We got the It's Just Paper money sign over here, and then the back, you know what I'm saying? We got another little logo. Yeah, guys, so we got these masks coming out. Y'all make sure to stay tuned on the website. We're gonna be dropping them here pretty soon. This actually works for the cold right now that it's cold, or you can just use them for whatever you want. I'm not saying do anything suspicious, but I do wanna have them because once I be doing burnouts, I wanna be having these masks on. They actually look pretty cool. We were supposed to be taking them to Mexico, but I forgot them. But yeah, we got the Chasty mask here coming up with the ONDGAS logos. It's Just Paper, new little logo in the back. So it actually looks pretty cool. I mean, you can put a hat on, you put your glasses on and everything. Boom, unrecognizable. But right now, guys, we're pretty much putting the truck on the trailer, and since this thing has zoomies, it won't clear the fender flares. So a Romero le gusta parquearse ahí, güey. Ahorita vienen nosotros y lo quitan a la verga. Taking out the zoomies because they don't clear, so that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna load up on the trailer and then head over to both Flaco and see what we all got to do to the truck, make it ready, get it ready for the truck. Go check it out. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Tú pasas algo atrás?
Damn, man.
Now, what you guys think about the race truck? I mean, we usually do cat eyes, and for everything's a cat eye. We got one Ford, and then we got one S10 style. What you guys think about the new race truck, the new setup, the look, big block, loud zoomies, big Procharger deal? You gotta comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think about this brand new race truck. I can't wait to go to the racetrack, and trust me, guys, I do also want to be doing some racing. If we were to live out in the boonies or out in the surrounding areas out of Houston, well, there will be more space where we can actually go test and stuff like that. We should go test on the streets, but we gotta make sure that the spot is not hot and nobody's out there, because the last thing we want to do is get in trouble with the law and get the truck confiscated, go to jail, and do all that BS. We don't want to do none of that. I don't want to go to jail. I mean, if I have to go to jail, fuck it, I go to jail. But I'm gonna prevent that from happening, which I feel like me acabo de echar la sal, güey.
Sí,
Me acabo de echar la
que
sal,
sí.
me acabo de echar la sal.
Y luego con esa máscara.
Y luego con la pinche máscara panochona que traigo, no me got. And we got some wheels here, and there's a grill and everything missing. Everybody been asking for the slab. We decided to go gold, a little bit of gold and chrome on the slab. Leave some chrome on it, but add some gold to it. Not everything gold, not everything chrome, a little bit of both. But they didn't do a very good job with the gold plating, so I'm gonna take them somewhere else and get everything chromed out, the grill, which the grill should be over here. We got the Big Daddy grill, and this just looks like trash. Whoever did it, Ash, took it to somebody, and they didn't do a very good job. This is the bottom grill, this is the top grill. Paid a lot of money for this damn grill, so we need to make sure it's 100. So everything's gonna be chrome now. This gonna be chrome, this gonna be chrome, this gonna be chrome, the wheel's gonna be chrome, and hopefully by then the car will be ready and we can go pick it up and stuff like that. Right now, we're not really worried about that car because it's convertible. And it's actually weather has been sucky here in Houston, but I do want to have it ready for the summer, which is here coming up. We got a couple convertibles. Got the 61 Chalino. I got my phone's charging. I was gonna show you a video of what I got on that. That was almost done with all the airbrushing and the murals and stuff like that. That's actually pretty cool, which is coming out. So it's just an adapter. So you got the zoomies, you got the piping, and then before it comes out, they cut it right there, and then they add another piece. So just in case we got to put it on the trailer, just like this deal, you can actually just take off the tips and go up over this one. We don't have to take them off for the enclosed, but for this one, this is the airbag trailer, which we had a flat one time. We fucked it all up, but this is going back to the trailer place. They're gonna replace that and stuff like that. So hopefully here in the next couple of days, we'll have a brand new trailer once again. Hopefully here in a couple of days, we have everything chrome. And hopefully here in a couple of days, we got this one ready. And next time they have a private test at the HMP track, that's where we're gonna be at. Oh, Takashi's back. It's actually at the exhaust shop right now. We got the tires right there. Exhaust, got to work on that because whatever we had before, it's not working. We were blowing through the cutouts. So either I'm gonna do the exhaust to the tires like I had them, or do exhaust all the way to the back. I had them to the back and I had them to the tire. And whenever I want them to be louder, we'll open up the cutouts by the tire. And then like that, it catches on fire after a while. But it's blowing through the cutouts. It's done like 4 times. I'm not too sure if I want to keep, you know, having that issue or just run piping all the way to the back and just not have the exhaust here. But then like that, it's not gonna catch on fire. It's actually, sometimes it's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what I'm gonna do. Tomorrow, probably pick it up, see what Rolando all did to that truck. There we go. So that's it. The zoomies are out. No, not the whole zoomie, but just a part of it. We're gonna have to take them because I'm sure Flaco's gonna want to turn it on.
What kind of mufflers you need on Takashi? Put them off the side like this. About that.
Zoomies? I'll be tight. No, we need that on
Big Larry. Big Larry.
Big Larry. Oh, Big Larry's over there, and we got a new engine for Big Larry. The one we had, it was nice and everything, but I'm gonna end up using that one too. I'm gonna use that 408 on another truck. This right here is a 427 Texas speed motor, so this one should sound a lot better and louder. Now the other one is a 408, it's still cool, but I'm gonna use that one on another truck. Probably use that one on Cheddar Bob. Let's go. ¿Se acabó la pila?
Buffalo. Buffalo! Ready?
Ready.
A little bit to the left.
Outside? Alright guys, day 2. Yesterday se nos hizo un poquito tarde. La trailer no quería jalar, so we postponed for today, the next day. So we're on our way to drop it off at Flaco. But before you stop at Flaco's, you always gotta stop at this gas station and get some snacks. Which is 8, so I'm gonna give me a Red Bull right now. Taking the place up. Made it here to Flaco. Man, we haven't been here over here in a while. We got more dogs out. I guess when you live out here in the country, bro, you just have a bunch of dogs.
That's the rule?
Well, no, not the rule, but you don't feel alone. You get chickens, you get dogs. I've never seen like cats. Yeah, just you see dogs and everything else. Hey, but you know what? Let's go a little bit forward so we can lay it on the actual concrete, not on the new floor. About 2 feet. ¿Qué rollo? Oye, ya parece bar, aquí aparece cantina la verga aquí, ya no parece shop. What you do, you added some walls and shit?
Yeah,
The floor was quick. Pero ya la parecita ya. Parece cantina aquí el pedo, parece con gal, ya parece un little bar, you know, out in the country, you know what I'm saying? Like,
es que that's where we at, we at the country.
We're in the country, yeah.
Oye, no venden barbecue aquí.
Aquí a la vuelta.
So I just presented it. I'm presenting everybody the new whip right here that we got, and you're gonna be in charge of, you know, working on this truck. But the trans brake don't work, so we gotta. What you gotta do? You gotta take it apart.
I gotta take the open off of the tranny, cambiárselo.
Okay.
I mean, it's been sitting for so long, so I mean, it's just
Yeah. And besides that, take everything out, make sure everything is 100, and then once we get a chance, we'll go to the racetrack.
Yeah.
Is it open already?
I think so.
Because it was closed, right, for the new
Saturday
year's?
it's gonna be open.
Saturday.
Because I gotta be out there Saturday. I guess they start Saturday.
It starts Saturday, and we're not gonna be here Saturday. We're gonna be out of town working. So it's a pedo. We can't race and, you know, do everything no more like we used to. No, yeah. Or burnouts. You know what I'm saying? Or burnouts, yeah. Pero aquí está la mamalona. Ahorita vamos a ver qué.
Pues hay que quitarle el pedo. Cambiarle el trans brake, el aceite nuevo y cambiarle el catch can. Remember estaba chiquito?
Ah, sí.
So we gotta change the catch can and just kind of go over it.
¿Ya le quitaste el winch? pop hood right here. Where you're gonna explain to us a little bit more of what we actually got going on. All right, Flaco, so explain to us a little bit what I did. A little bit of explanation. I mean, that's not going to be much, but what, 540 big block?
540 big block, F3 Procharger, and it's on a carburetor. Eventually, we're going to swap the carburetor off because we don't tune carburetors.
Yeah.
I don't tune carburetors. But for the most part, the truck runs and it's got a good tune-up in it and everything, so we can fire it up and all that, and we can worry about that later on. We can actually make some passes with it, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the catch can is too small.
Which is this.
And we do have to replace it, and I'm probably going to end up putting one in the back. Because if it does leak here, well, it's going to get on the tires, it can spin, cause an accident, and obviously we don't want that. So we'll put it in the back, it'll be in the middle, and if it does end dripping, well, it'll be right in the middle and it won't catch the tire. So
if you blow up and then you spill everything in the back tires, especially if you're making a pass, that's when, you know, shit goes south. South real quick, and, you know, accidents end up happening. So normally we use the catch, we do the catch cans right in the middle, and it's that little tube that comes out in it.
Usually smoking.
Smokes a little bit, yeah. So you're gonna do that in the middle.
I'm gonna do that in the back, yeah.
Okay.
That way at least, and we'll put a bigger one because that one's pretty small.
It is.
We'll put a bigger one and it'll be fine. Obviously we gotta change the trans brake solenoid. It's inside the tranny. Some of them do have it outside. This one has it inside. So I gotta pull the pan off and change it, and that way the trans brake works back again, reverse works, and all that kind of good stuff.
How much power we think we're running on this?
This thing makes
3 to 30, little 3.
I think he said 28 to 3,000.
Okay, 3,000.
So I think it makes like 46 or 48 pounds of boost, and they've been real fast with this.
But this motor.
Yes.
They've been really fast with this motor, which was another car, and then they put it on this truck. And
obviously, it's a little heavier, and the aerodynamics are not as well, but it's still real fast.
Okay.
But it's a real good, solid combination. I mean, these guys do awesome job, Skog and Dickey, and it's just a good 540 with an F3 Procharger is just an overall good combination.
It's a good setup.
Oh yeah,
it's a good setup.
Overall, real good.
It's not too crazy either.
No. It's doesn't have no billet block, no billet heads or anything like that. But big blocks actually with a good rotating assembly and a good set of Brodix heads, which is what this thing has, can make a lot of power real quick.
Okay.
It's just a big motor, big cubic inches. We're gonna run it like that for a little bit, and then obviously we'll change it up to fuel injection, which we can manage a lot more stuff with it. But to get some testing on it, we'll probably do it this way.
Yeah, some testing, some videos, get to see how it's working, and it might work eventually a little bit better with the new system, right?
Yeah,
Because it's more electronics, cleaner, stuff like that. Okay.
Like right now, when it's cold, you gotta sit there and kind of give it a little bit of gas, let it warm up, blah blah blah. But for the most part, once we do the fuel injection, it'll definitely be way cleaner. Basically, cylinder balance and all that kind of good stuff.
Now, my boy Flaco's gonna be the actual driver of this truck in the. So because I've never driven anything as fast as this thing is supposed to go. So Flaco wants to. And he told me too. He was like, "Let me get on the truck and let me make a pass and make sure, because I mean you're going fast, bro. And if something goes south or something goes wrong, you ain't got no time to think about it. So
it's instinct.
Yes. So this guy's been super fast, and this is gonna be just a walk in the park for him. For me, I've never been this fast, and I think what's gonna get me more is gonna be the 60.
I think so.
When it takes off, that's gonna be the worser feeling. Other than that, I mean, going fast or whatever, that's cool. But I think I'm gonna feel it more when it takes off on the 60 foot. Yeah. But I mean, what's the fastest you've been on the 60 foot on your truck?
990.
Okay, shit.
0.9.
0.9, which is like already fast. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even a 105 or 1010 or 109 or whatever. That's already super
crazy fast.
Yeah, that's still crazy fast. I mean, it feels like you just got hit from the back. And you know what I'm saying? But my boy Flaco's gonna be driving this one, make sure everything's good, and then we're gonna ease into it and go from there. Now, like I said, Crawfish and all them other trucks are fast, but that's a different type of caliber. This is, besides that, this is a two-wheel drive. It's lighter, it's track. The 4x4. Now, Crawfish is fast for its own class, which is 4x4, which those trucks are a little bit more heavier than usual. But this right here, guys, this is probably the fastest one that we have till now, until Moonshine comes out. And then we got Crackhead, which is gonna be, I want to start working on Crackhead this year. I already got the motor, LSR, aluminum block. Yeah. Either we might go single turbo or twin turbo. Now, I know you're a big fan of twin turbos.
I like twin turbos.
Why?
Because if in case you do pedal, they do recover a lot faster, they spool a lot faster, and overall, you make more power.
Okay, then a single.
Plain and simple.
Because I've seen some single turbo trucks, they move.
Yeah, they move. But power to power, you can make more power with twins.
Okay.
I personally like twins. I mean, I've had them both.
Yes.
But I went from a single in the same motor, same truck, same combination, and went a tenth faster putting twins on.
Just by going twins?
Just by doing twins.
Okay, so you've proven it.
Yeah.
It's not just because you like the twin turbo.
And both of them had 48 or 50 pounds of boost.
Okay. So same amount of boost, it just went faster.
It just went faster.
Okay,
60 foot, 330, and quarter mile, and a mile per hour. I mean, everything.
Because you got a truck right now that's running really fast, which is the blue truck Bubble Live from Juan Transmisiones.
Yes.
And that one's
Twins. Yeah.
Billet motor, the setup that you had on Mona Lisa before. So that thing is fast.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you want to do another twin turbo deal or we can do single. But if you like twin turbos,
I like twins. Like I said, a lot of times, whenever you have to pedal or whatever, the single takes a little longer to recover than the twin.
Okay.
So the recovery part of that, I really do like it because sometimes you do spin.
Yeah.
And you got to recover. If you're on a race, you have to recover.
Yes, real quick.
So obviously, to me and all the experience that I have with the twins recover.
It's just better. It's just better.
And my Mustang is twin turbo.
Okay, there you go.
Awesome.
There you go. Yeah. So I guess we're going twin turbos. Fuck it. I just seen a couple of trucks that were single big turbos. And they're running pretty good, so I was like, well, maybe we could do a single turbo. But if the twin turbos is the way to go, well, then that is the way to go. ¿Cómo tienes el twin turbo en esa? Los tienes aquí, ¿verdad?
On which one?
On the blue one.
Yes.
One.
One's right here and the other one's there.
Okay.
Yeah,
if we do twin turbos on Crackhead, we need to do different.
Yeah.
Either over here in the bumper or over here in the back.
The only problem, if we do the bumper, we gotta run a scavenge pump, which I'm not a big fan of the scavenge pumps.
Okay.
Because sometimes the turbos get filled up with oil and they smoke and all that kind of bullshit. But we can do that. We can do back here, or
if we do back here, it's just for the weight, right?
it'll be better for weight. It'll be better for weight.
Okay.
But being that it's not 4-link, so we might be better off putting it back here.
Yeah, that one still has a ladder bar.
So a 4-link, you can definitely change it, and even if you got the turbos up here, well, you can make it to where it actually works real well.
Huh.
But it's leaf spring.
Yeah, it's leaf spring still.
We might need to
Leaf springs with sliders. Now, the truck's been working fine with that. If we have to take them off and do a 4-link, well, then we'll do a 4-link. But I think it's been a 105, 107, 60 with the big block before.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll go that fast with a twin turbo, right? On the 60?
Depends,
Close?
but it could.
Okay. We ain't trying to go as fast as a 60 foot. We're just trying to, because the tracks here are not that great. Not unless you go to a badass track.
If you go testing, it's badass. If you go on an actual race, it's iffy.
So there you go. So you go test on a good prep and on a test private, which is
great.
10 vehicles.
It's
max.
perfect.
But then you go to an event on the weekend. And you got your regular cars going. You got the fast stuff going. Then you got your trucks. And they just mess up the whole track. But it's part of the game. I'm complaining, but it's the track is not.
The conditions change.
Conditions. That's what I'm saying. The track is not the same as when you go private testing. So we can go to the track and get a badass 60 foot, badass 330, badass 8 mile pass. But that doesn't mean that you're gonna go win the event because the track is not the same. The conditions of the track is not as sticky because you got a lot more of the cars and more regular pickups, and you got sometimes they throw in their trucks or cars with like street tires and stuff like that, and that messes up.
Don't mess it up.
It mess it up. If we're going to like an actual race event where it's just nothing but monsters like this one, well then it's they prep them badass and everything. But here it's it's kind of iffy, so we don't really focus too much on the 60. We just focus on maybe the 330 and coming out the back, hauling ass. So we like to do our tunes safe.
Yes. Basically more A to B because it'll get you down any.
Exactly, yeah. So we tried. So we turn them up, but slowly. Just so we can make an A to B good pass. If we just trying to, send it, well then it's gonna make a badass pass on the
Maybe
test
2
night.
out of 10.
Yes, but then at the race event, it ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't gonna do nothing. It's gonna spin. But this one right here is the new whip, the new race truck that we got. You guys are gonna be seeing this one a lot more. Now this one, I don't think Crackhead is gonna be as fast as this, but I want to build Crackhead just so we can be like mid fours. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more simpler, and of course it's not a cat eye, it's a GMC, but it's the cat eye body style, so those body styles always look nice. And then this one will be a little bit more we're gonna try to go faster on this one. We're gonna try to go low fours on this one, and this one will be more serious. You know what I'm saying? We're going big competition. We're all the big full size trucks, and that's when we bring this one. And we just want to go fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Something more simple. I feel like the Crackhead will be a little bit more simple than this one. I mean, it's the same shit either way, but this one's a big block, and the other will be just the regular LS. Pero pues sí, entonces nada más eso, checarle todo ese pedo, cargar la
A
pila.
couple little things, I'll just kind of go through everything.
Yeah. I know the oil, el aceite está nuevo, pero pues chécale, lo que sí no le checamos fueron las bujías.
Yeah, I'll go through the whole thing.
Sí, para que.
Make sure that everything, I know the previous owner, he's very, very particular about his stuff.
Sí.
I mean, as you can see.
Oh, no, yeah.
But I still gotta go through it anyway. Like, remember the parachutes?
Yeah.
They weren't even on.
They weren't even, no estaban ni conectados ya.
So, I mean, I'm just gonna kind of go through everything, make sure.
Yeah, chécale, sí, chécale todo para no tener fallas que vayamos porque no queremos fallas. A mí, si pasan las fallas, pasaron ni pedo, así es, pero queremos estar todo bien y como ya tiene mucho la troca parqueada, ya aquí está con Flaco y ya Flaco la va a dejar bien mamalona. And then, hopefully next time that we got the track is open and we're here available, well then, we'll go out there, make some passes. Maybe after that, take Crawfish out. Crawfish hasn't been out in a while. Last time we went was the fastest pass. How many pounds of boost was on the last time we took it out?
I think 32.
32 still? 30, okay. Still midway though, right?
Yeah, it's
You're just speeding up everything.
Yeah,
You're not even
slowly.
going up on the boost, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm slowly going up on the boost, but I don't want to make a big change, like say 10 pounds of boost.
Okay.
Because there's so much more areas that we can improve instead of just turning up the boost.
Yeah.
Know? So I like to keep the boost the same and then clean up everything else because you can speed up with it, make it consistent, and then once you have a real good boost tune up on it, well then you can actually start adding it from about a second or second and a half out. Okay. And leave everything down low that you've already worked with without adding more boost. Obviously, next go around, we're gonna start getting upwards into the 40 pounds of boost range. So I'm gonna start adding some boost, obviously, and try to put a little bit more power down low. We already have a good 60 foot, but obviously you always want to improve.
Yes.
You know, so we got good tune-ups already.
Oh, we need to adjust the shocks, right? That's what we need to do.
It was bottoming out or something like that.
And I'm gonna line it porque it was pulling me to one side.
Okay. Yeah.
So fix the shocks and then
We know we got the shocks revalved.
Yes.
But it was bottoming out.
So
that's one thing.
One setting to the bottom, right?
Yes, we got to move it and then adjust the height again so that way whenever it squats, because it does squat, it doesn't bottom out and it doesn't bottom out and lets the vehicle jump back up. So it actually stays planted and goes.
And what was the issue with gangbang?
Same thing.
Okay.
So I remember I changed everything, but we never got to go test it.
Oh, gotcha.
But I do want to go test it at the racetrack instead of going out to the
street
and kind of trying to be real fast with it. Well, I like to go to the racetrack and make sure that everything works well, make sure the suspension is not bottoming out, and then we're ready to go to the streets.
You want to test at H&P or you talking about like Evadale, like in the backside?
No, I mean I want to go to H&P.
H&P, okay. Just to make sure it don't bounce.
Yeah, we'll just go on the left side.
Okay.
And basically what I'm going to be doing is focusing on the suspension instead of the tune-up.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'll look at the tune-up and all that kind of stuff, but the tune-up's been great for the past 2 years.
Yeah. You got that one unlocked already.
But definitely the suspension, since we're gonna change some shock settings and all that, I'd like to go to the race.
Well, next time we go to the track and we take this one, you drive this one, I'll drive the gangbang. The gangbang, we just want to make sure that it just doesn't bounce when we take off. Because what will happen is we did take some weight off the front, so now it's transferring more, and that's why it's bouncing. Because we've never had that problem before.
But actually now with less weight in the front, and it still has that big weight that we put in the back. It still has it.
Oh, las pesas que traes, okay.
So there's like I think there's a big one or whatever, and it's still way out there.
So I can quitarla?
Now once we go there, we're gonna start taking off.
Okay.
That's all we need to go to a racetrack, make some passes, fuck with the suspension, and then we should be okay.
Okay. Because we are getting ready. I don't know when is it. We are going back to the Cletus race, and we are taking gangbang, of course. We got to redeem with we were so close with gangbang.
I know.
We were so close. And for whatever reason, whatever happened, whatever, everything happens for a reason. It's cool. Or if you want to think like that, cool. If you don't want to think like that, that's fine as well. We were so close to the finals, and that truck was,
performing.
It was performing. I mean, it was going fast. I'm not saying it's the fastest and it was going to beat everybody for sure, but it was very promising.
Oh, yeah.
And then they just took a shit. Like something so simple. It was like, it was a fuel pump, right?
Yeah, the bracket got watered out, and then the fuel pump just quit.
Se barrió el tornillo de dentro de la pompa. Yeah.
And it got watered out, so the motor would spin the bracket, and then this would spin, but the fuel pump wouldn't because it was watered out.
It was watered out. So
had no fuel pressure.
No fuel pressure, and even though big shout out to the Midnight people, the Midnight guys, they gave us.
Oh, they gave us a lot of time.
He gave us pretty much an hour.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were cutting cans and putting everything, and just trying to make it get stuck, and somehow just turn the pump. And
which probably now thinking it wasn't a good idea because it could have. If it would have held for a little bit, it could have leaned the motor out. It could have hurt the motor. It could have done.
Hey, but when you're there, bro, you just want to win, and you don't care if you're gonna blow it up or not. So we were just trying to make the race, make it happen, and but it didn't, and we ended up running the Cyclone. Yeah. And since Flaco was driving the gangbang truck, well, he was the one that made it to the finals. I got out on the first round. So The Cyclone was pretty close too.
I know it was, but the only thing is that obviously the truck was going all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
And I had to like really maneuver it from side to side, and it was only like what, a fender
It was about half a truck.
or something. It was close.
It was close. It was close.
Yeah.
For being the second pass on that truck, full pass.
Yeah.
It was really impressive.
Yeah.
But the truck was not aligned. The towing was out on it. So whenever the truck would transfer like this, the tires will stick out, and they just want to do this. So it wasn't like it was spinning. It was getting all over control because
It wasn't spinning.
Because gangbang is crazy.
Yeah.
That one's spinning all the way. The whole eighth of a mile is spinning. So we kind of know how to control that one. But this one, I mean, it's just wanted to go this way, wanted to go this way. You got real close to the wall.
Real
I got close to this wall when I raced my race. So we need to take gangbang back and redeem ourselves with that one. Of course, the Cyclone is gonna go as well because gangbang and Cyclone are my no prep trucks. Of course, Crawfish is 4x4. Can we run it on the street? Yes. Can we do no prep? Of course we can. But if I already got two trucks,
Why do another one?
why do another one? Besides that, Crawfish has more power than both of them. So we can't really use those 3,500 horsepower on the street. We're gonna have to kill it and probably do what, 1,500 horsepower, 1,700 horsepower on the street. I think that Gangman is doing
makes 15, 1700.
That's what I'm saying. So if we got a 3,500 horsepower motor and we can't use all that power on the street, well, might we just keep that one off the track? Now, it can go to the street for sure, but we're just gonna keep that one at the track. We could turn it up and plant more power to the ground and go faster. And with these other trucks, not saying that they're weaker or not fast, they're still fast. I mean, Gangman probably makes what, about 2,000 if we want to at the track? If we want to turn it up,
Yeah,
on a prep surface?
Yeah, I wouldn't try to go anything more than 2,000, but it can make 2,000.
Yeah, so it'll make the 2,000. The Cyclone, from what I understood, makes as well 2,000, maybe 2,200. Now, we're not running the 2,200 horsepower on the street or on the no prep event. We're running between 15 and 1,700. So those trucks are going back to the Cletus race. And then, of course, we'll leave Crawfish for the track whenever there's an event at the track or whatever. But yeah, so we need to go back, redeem ourselves March. We gotta get ready. We gotta get ready with Gangbang. And por la Ciclón ya está más o menos. La Gangbang, la Crawfish. Y pues estamos. Big Larry.
Waiting on the motor.
Waiting on the motor. We were just talking about that right now. We're like, fuck, we forgot the motor. Fuck, we forgot the motor. 408. We currently got a 408 right now. We're gonna go with a 427 on it. This motor, we're gonna use it on something else. And the 427 might sound a little bit more choppier. I don't know. This is gonna sound cooler. Big Larry has a 427 with a big blower, you know?
No, you guys don't need it. It's a big cubic inch.
Yes.
So.
Now, this one is a cast. The other one is aluminum.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be the same thing that I have on Tekashi. Okay. Like a 427 aluminum LS3.
So this one, what we end up doing, that's why you see this stuff here. The rest of the stuff's not there, obviously, because I took the... But it has a crank support now. And obviously, since when we were in SEMA, well, most of everybody had a crank support. All the guys with the blowers.
Except us.
Except us. So obviously, we went ahead and put a crank support just because it's better. It's going to support the crank, and being with the belt so big, it's not going to tend to hurt the crank or try to fuck up other things or anything like that. So we went ahead and did a bunch of modifications to it, but it actually fits there good. And basically it wraps around where the belt goes, and then it got a bracket from here, and then it's got another deal in the middle that goes from the center of the pulley, and it's got a big bearing. So basically what it does, puts in line your crank with the front bearing and everything. It just doesn't let it wobble or anything like that.
So it's gonna be stiff. It's gonna be on there for with these brackets and everything.
And then obviously now, because of that, we can't run the factory water pump. So we got an electric water pump, which is good because if you lose a belt, well, it's not gonna overheat.
Okay.
But
as long as it don't overheat or doesn't lose any fuel pressure. Yeah. We're fine. That's the fuel, right?
No, that's the oil pump.
I mean the oil pump, not the fuel pressure. The oil, the dry sump.
Yeah, the dry sump. And then obviously I did another bracket over there for the alternator. So now it only runs a small belt for the alternator.
Okay.
Which you don't have all that big belt. The power steering took it away because you always have trouble with the power steering pumps here. Yeah. And now we got a electric power steering that basically, I would say 90% of the drift guys use it. So that's what we're gonna put on.
Okay.
It goes mounted in the back, and then we run lines to the front the tank and everything's in the back.
Okay.
And then it actually, we don't have to run the pump over here.
So that's something new that we're doing, right? The fuel,
Whenever you're banging at 7,000 RPMs, it's not overspinning the power steering pump, and it burns it up, and then you have an issue with no power steering.
last time we had an issue with the dry sump, which
As you can see, this is a new pulley.
yes, I see it now.
Yeah.
That belt came off, and that's how we ended up blowing up the motor on this one in West Texas. It was nothing else. That belt came off, and it wasn't.
Had no oil pressure.
It had no oil pressure, and that's pretty much fucked it up. So yeah, fixed it, but now it's something different.
Yeah, it's got a different pulley. As you can see, it's got 2 grooves on the sides. So it keeps the belt, and the belt is different also.
Yeah.
So it keeps the belt in the middle of it, and it doesn't let it pop out.
Okay.
So, that's pretty good. That's just a different pulley.
So va a tener brace ahí abajo. Le podemos poner un brace aquí.
Already got it.
Oh, you already got it too.
Yeah, I already
Okay.
got it. It's gonna be a brace that goes from here. Obviously, this goes over
Sí.
here. It's a brace that goes around and all the way over here.
Okay.
So it's got a basically a,
Just in case, because these belts sometimes blow up, and when it blows up, I don't want to destroy anything else, because it could blow up and then destroy the hat and all this, and this is the throttle. You know what I'm saying? We want this. You know what I'm gonna do on this one too? I'm gonna put a race pedal.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to do a race pedal. It'll be a lot simpler and easier, because right now it's kind of, sometimes it gets hard. You know, if we do a race pedal like the one on Crawfish, about 1.5 inches. And that's it, you know, that. And I was gonna talk to you about the headers. How can we do the headers? Can we make them bigger?
We can. I mean, we can step it up from. We can remove this parts right here, and then we can step up to a bigger size.
Okay.
So we can, and over here it'll be bigger sizes, and then we can do that, and then on the end of it we can do like the zoomies, like not like what this one has, but it's another sleeve that goes on top, and it actually makes it also look bigger.
Okay. But it's
but-
not gonna change the sound, because that one, the little things on the zoomies, that's like a little muffler, right?
Yeah, no, but no, not that one. I don't know if you've seen some of the zoomies. It's got like a sleeve that goes on top of it, and then it looks a lot bigger. So what I can do is we can change all these top tubes, basically step up from here, from halfway, and then we'll go to a bigger size. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's change it up. 2025. Now we brought this truck out 2024, but now it has bigger rims, gold wheels. We're upgrading the stuff here in the engine, and I think we're doing a 427 now, so I think we need to change the mufflers. And then since we're doing the bigger motor too, maybe bigger cubic inch, it might sound a little different too, right? So the only thing is that we forgot the 427 at the shop. We're probably gonna have to send it out here tomorrow, or
Put it in Pooh's van and send me Pooh.
whenever we see Pooh, it's been in the shop. 2025, has he?
Nah, he
Oh, he's
hasn't.
still on vacation.
Damn.
Okay, well, 427 on this one. You got pretty much everything else figured out. Cool thing about the
I
fuel
may end
pump.
up changing the radiator to an aluminum. I am going to change it to an aluminum. And the reason is because I am going to put braided lines, number 20 braided lines from the pump to the radiator.
Okay.
Instead of having the rubber ones,
Yeah.
I'm going to put braided lines.
Más beefy. And then we're still leaving it on the 85, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Other than
It makes the
this issue that
Yeah.
we've been having, yeah. But then again, we do burnouts, but we do the regular burnouts with either supercharger, all motor. But once you get into this big stuff right here, we're still kind of new and we're learning. And I think after this, we're 100, right?
Yeah.
After this bottom, because first you seen the injectors on another truck from Australia, yeah, the Lucifer truck. And then you have seen some other stuff here and there, and then now we figured that we needed the top, the bottom part, and but so yeah, we're learning as we're going.
Every time we go to, like the first time we went to SEMA, we saw a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
The second time and we were in SEMA, we saw more stuff. So obviously, them guys, they've been dealing with the blowers forever. So obviously,
They're known for the blowers,
so
yeah.
obviously, when you see something on their stuff, it's because of a reason and it works. So whenever we do go there, I'm always snooping around, be like,
course.
what new stuff they got?
It's like when they see us with the 4x4 stuff. We already tested it, and boom, boom, boom. It's the same thing with them. So whenever we go do burnouts with them guys, hey Flaco, go check over there, see what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So we can add. We actually saw that on the fuel pump, the power steering as well.
Same thing.
So we're learning, and it's cool. Everybody's learning off each other. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think this truck is gonna go to first show is gonna be Bandas y Trocas. May 24, Bandas y Trocas is going down, guys. Alegres del Barranco. We got a promo video this weekend, and this is probably gonna be the first time this truck's gonna be out. So y'all stay tuned for that. We got a lot of upgrades coming. We got the race truck over there. We got some more cool stuff. So there was some cinematics, bro. Come on. right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for today's video. We're dropping off the gray Big Za because it's the, you know, boss man. It's the big boss. And of course, they're gonna get that truck ready. Hopefully here pretty soon we'll go to the track. And then of course we got Big Larry. We need to bring the motor tomorrow. So my boy Flock, we're gonna install that 427. Texas Speed, big shout out to Pet Texas Speed for always hooking us up with the engines. So another Texas Speed engine is going on that one. And then we'll have another Texas Speed 408s ready to install on something else. But we might install this one on the Cheddar Bob or on the twin turbo Quicksilver truck that we got over there with my boy David. But with that being said, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you liked the truck. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about the truck. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Let's go.